Once upon a time, in a small town with colorful houses and singing trees, there lived a boy named Jerry. This town was not like other towns. Every morning, the windows of the houses opened with cheerful songs, and the trees whispered melodies with the wind. Birds danced in the sky, and the streets smelled of fresh bread and blooming flowers. Among all the children, Jerry was the one who carried the biggest dreams in his little heart. Jerry was not an ordinary boy. While other children played games or chased each other in the streets, Jerry could sit for hours just staring at a flower, imagining whole kingdoms hidden inside its petals. He could look at the clouds and see castles, ladders, and even doors that led to other worlds. With his big imagination, he could build stairs to the sky and see a whole universe inside a single drop of rain. His biggest dream was to find places that no one had ever seen, discover new things, and become a hero. Sometimes, before falling asleep, Jerry whispered to himself, "One day I'll go on an adventure and the world will remember me." One morning, while playing in the backyard, Jerry ran after his ball and saw something unusual. The ball rolled and disappeared behind the thick rose bushes. Jerry pushed the branches aside, and there it was, a secret door almost hidden by vines. Its wooden surface looked ancient, and golden letters were shining on it. "Three worlds only the brave can see." Jerry's heart started to beat faster. His hands trembled a little as he reached for the handle. He had never seen such a door before, not in dreams, not in books. Slowly, carefully, he opened it. A soft wind came out. The air smelled like honey and stars. Lights spun around him, glowing and dancing in circles. Jerry closed his eyes for a moment, and when he opened them again, he was no longer in his backyard. He was now in a forest full of giant mushrooms. The mushrooms glowed with gentle colors, pink, purple, and green, so tall that they touched the clouds. Trees had balloon leaves that floated and wobbled in the air. Even the stones were alive, jumping like rabbits when touched. From above, tiny star seeds drifted down slowly, filling the air with sparkling light. In the middle of the forest, Jerry heard something unusual, a sound soft and sad. It was the river crying. The river's waters trembled and whispered, "I am lost. I don't know where to go." Jerry felt his heart squeeze. He didn't want the river to be sad. He asked the talking butterflies for help. The butterflies, with their wings shining like glass, circled around him and showed the way to an old compass hidden under moss. With the compass, Jerry pointed the river to its path. That moment, the river smiled. Its waters began to dance, swirling and glittering under the starlight. The whole forest cheered, and Jerry felt like a hero for the very first time. Then the lights came back, and Jerry moved to the second world. This time, he found himself walking on clouds high above the earth. The clouds were soft like cotton, and every step he took made a funny sound. Pop, ting, click! The whole sky was alive with music. Birds sang from rainbow arches, and the air smelled like fresh rain. But something was wrong. The big balloons that held the sun were missing. Without them, the sky was turning dark, and the music slowly faded into silence. Jerry knew he had to act. He followed the whisper of the wind, chasing it until he reached a cave made of silver mist. Inside, the rain fairies had hidden the balloons. Jerry spoke kindly to the fairies, telling them how important the light was for everyone. Touched by his bravery, the fairies returned the balloons. Jerry sent them back into the sky. The moment the sun rose again, the clouds clapped their hands, a rainbow stretched across the horizon, and the whole sky began to dance once more. Then the third world opened. But this one was very different. Jerry had never seen a place so strange and wonderful. The foot of tall lavender mountains lay a secret city, frozen in silence. towers stood still, flowers were closed, and even the birds hung motionless in the air. Huge stone wheels turned slowly, but there was no sound, no life. Everything was quiet because the heart of time was missing. Without it, the city would sleep forever. Jerry wandered through the silent streets, picking up shiny stones that glowed with clues. He listened carefully to the whispers of the shadows on the walls, who told him old stories about time and its keeper. After a long search deep inside a hidden cave, he finally found it, a small clock with spinning stars inside. When Jerry placed the heart of time back in its place, the city woke up. The stone towers turned again, the flowers bloomed in bursts of color, and the birds spread their wings and filled the air with music. People of the city cheered for Jerry. That moment, he truly became the hero of all the worlds. Suddenly, the door behind him opened again. Jerry blinked, and in an instant, he was back in his backyard, right next to his ball. Everything looked normal. Trees, the grass, the roses, all the same as before. But in his pocket, there was still a glowing compass. On his shoes, a fine layer of cloud dust sparkled. And in his hand, a tiny starseed shone softly. From that day on, Jerry woke up every morning ready to find a new door. Because deep in his heart, he knew one thing for sure: there is always another adventure for those who want to explore.